I have learned from my father that you are who you are and not what you want to be. You have to accept it. And once you accept it, you will be much more confident in yourself.
So I'm just going to go ahead and have these beautiful ladies to introduce themselves.
I'm actually from New York and I've been living in Dubai for 6 years. I've been specializing in doing events for children, and I'm here because I agree with the topic and I have a strong passion to express my opinion about it as well. And I'm a mother of a 5-year-old.
Hi, I'm Ingrid. I've been in the corporate world all my life. I'm originally from Mumbai. I've been in Dubai for 13 years, wow. And I've just about started my own business. It's called Simply Be. It's about personal styling, and it's very close to what we're talking about because it's all about being yourself, being who you are, and being fabulous in your own skin.
For me, you might also feel the same way that, okay, I don't look so dark. Why would I be sitting here talking about this topic? But I'm also a mother of a 5-year-old, and because of my husband's natural color, he's slightly a bit darker than myself, and perhaps his family is a little bit darker than myself as well. So obviously genes are genes, and my daughter is a bit darker. And I have to say the friction of her being accepted started basically from the time that she was born. And some of it also may include relatives. And I felt even more passionate that I was going to make sure that she was going to excel no matter what society thought of her. And today she's going to be 6 next week, and I can tell you that she's done photo shoots, she's done editorials, she's done commercials, and that spans New York, Dubai, and Delhi. And again, it took a good 3 years for me to kind of do the trial and error with different agencies and different people and different events, but at the end of the day, it's her talent. That stands out, and not her color, because there's nobody that can stop her based on her talent. Miss America, people will realize, even in our area, whether it's the Middle East or Asia or India, that color has no barrier. Talent will override anything else.
Oh wow, I love that. Absolutely love that. And just what she has just said, I hope there are moms and dads watching this, that if you could have the same passion for your child just like her, see the talent, see what your kid is good at, telling him or her that you can do it, you can make it happen. Ingrid, tell us your experience.
Mine started really young. So I have a brother who's really tall, who's completely opposite of me. He's a giant. I know you hate me for saying that. But he's a giant, okay? He's 6'5.5", and he's really white, okay? And I was the really little one who was really dark. So it started like, for you, it started with family, you know, just making that difference to say, oh, he's so cute, whereas, oh, she's so dark. How did she turn so dark? You know? So it started really young. It really hit home in school. But I was blessed with like amazing parents. So my mum would always say to me, dark is beautiful. You know, I actually spun it in a positive way. You know, it all turned really positive, and I think I made it because of that. So so parents are so important.
That's a shock that I wouldn't want her to go through this, so I made sure I made her realize that there is no boundary that she can't overcome. And again, if we as parents make them feel that way, they will excel in any particular thing that they do. And again, it doesn't have to be being in the public limelight. I think focus on bettering yourself, focus on educating yourself, and that will speak for itself. Everything else will fall into place. I face that even with my daughter. Sometimes she'll say, I'm not pretty, or they're not going to call me because I'm dark. Shall I get that cream? And you know, at the end of the day, you just have to make sure as a parent you put the fire out. That is not how you want your child to become submissive to society, submissive to media. You, like she said, you spin it around and make it a positive. Find something that makes them feel more positive. Change the topic. It's sad, but it starts at a very young age, because I faced this when she was 4 years old.
Wow.
And I was shocked because I didn't even know myself how to answer it. It starts very early, this complex issue.
I think my dad put it well. He always said, so what, be different. Who cares? And that's, I think, I'm just encouraging them to be themselves rather than wanting to be like somebody else.
This message needs to be loud and clear to parents. You are raising up the next generation. Come on, think about it. Yeah. Rich, poor, middle class. Put that aside. You've been blessed with a gift, a son or a daughter. It's your responsibility to raise them up the right way.
In college that I really felt it, and I felt unattractive by virtue of the color of my skin. I tried many creams to make myself fairer. Of course, that didn't work. And subsequently, it was family and friends that, reinforced confidence and made me realize that the color of my skin is actually really beautiful.
I remember when I was campus recruited to a popular group of hotels. The very person who recruited me told me that, Diya, that you're smart, you're intelligent, and we know you're good looking, but that's not enough for the hotel. You need to be a brand, and a brand needs to be fair. It's better you don't join the company, else you may have to face a lot of problems to grow. So I think that left an impression on me. But to get out of this, I'm very thankful that I had friends, unexpected friends, and lots of love from family.
Arranged marriage system in India. I know there are a lot of qualifications that the young grooms look for, and I believe one of the main points is that I would like a pretty looking fair bride.
From the time I was 18, I've been put to the torture of the arranged marriage system. I thought, okay, I've done my masters and I've got a job, so why do I need to go to the whole rigmarole? I need somebody who respects me. Because I've come to experience with guys who just performing on stage, singing or dancing, and then they would just say, oh, she's too dark. And some of them expect the golden handshake, though dowry is not to be given.
It all depends on the person at the end of the day and not color. That's what we're trying to say.
Hi Simi TV show viewers, my name is Johnny Ganta and I'm good friends with Simi. I have been living in Dubai for the last 2 years and I started a design company here called Arzuli. It has been a challenge because I would talk to my clients on the phone and they've seen a great website, they've seen my portfolio and they're very excited to speak to the guy who has been doing all of these designs, and I talk to them and they don't know exactly what I look like. We schedule our meeting, I go to the meeting, and sometimes they look around wondering if the guy has shown up to the meeting on time, but I have showed up. In fact, I'm there looking right at them, looking at their cell phones, and they're wondering, where is this guy? And then I step into the picture and I say, hello, I'm Johnny. And they're like, whoa, we weren't expecting you to look like that. And I deal with that all the time, but does it affect me? No, not really. You see, I was lucky enough to grow up in a family where I wasn't looked at any differently because of the shade of my skin. And my parents gave me every opportunity they could muster with the little amount of money they had to give me an upbringing that would provide me with opportunity. So I have to say, if you are in a situation where you are wondering, man, I wish that the cards, I wish that I was born different. I wish that I had a lighter shade of skin. I wish I was born with this nationality. Stop thinking like that, because you have been created for a purpose. I believe in that. As a person that does design that for a living, I look at the human body, I look at all of us, and I just know that there was someone out there who had created everything the way it was supposed to be. So there you are now on planet Earth, born into this world that, yes, it's a little unfair, but you know what? I don't think we're ever given a lot in life that we're not able to handle. So I think that you can handle it. And here's the thing, if you handle it well, you will be not just a person, a bulldog pushing their way into the future, but you're paving the way for generations behind you. A lot has happened in America since the Civil Rights Movement, and a lot has to happen still in India in terms of civil rights and fairness towards people of different skin colors and caste, because that's something we still hold on to. My children, your children, are going to grow up in a very different world. But the kind of parent that you are is what's going to determine your child's future and their perception of their life in the future world that they live in. So I encourage you, take the bigger stance. Don't be small-minded. This is what I want to encourage you with. When you feel that way, when you start seeing people that way, when you judge them, not just based on color, but just educational background and upbringing and things like that, don't do it. And here's why. Because by taking a stance to be different, to be more radical, you will be instilling in the values into your children that will shape the future of humanity, quite literally. And that's pretty much all I want to say. Thank you for listening, and thank you, Simi. And subscribe if you haven't already done that.